Okay, everybody. Today we're going to go over a very basic and short MetaTrader 4 tutorial for iPhone. First thing to do is to download it. So you go to your App Store on your iPhone, and then in the search box, start typing in MetaTrader, and you will see there is a MetaTrader 4 and 5. Make sure and select 4, and then here it is here. Go ahead and hit download. And then once it's downloaded, you can open from here, or you can go find it on your home screen and open it. I'll go ahead and open. Go ahead and allow, and then accept the terms and conditions. And then here it's trying to offer you a demo account. I recommend hitting cancel. Okay. And then here we have the option to add a demo account. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to add it from here, and then I'm going to show you where else you can add it from. So I'm going to hit open a demo account. Okay, so here's the demo account that it was trying to offer us, but we're going to enter and search for a different one. So up here in the search box, we're going to tap, and there's a broker we can use for demo called Eagle FX. This is a good broker for using for demo purposes. So I'm going to type the word Eagle. It's going to come up here. I'm going to go ahead and select it. And then we got to enter our information here. It doesn't have to be completely accurate, but just make sure and follow what it says, because we can't have blank fields here. So minimum 6 characters, I'll put part of my name. And then phone number, I'll just enter a fake phone number. And then email, I will also enter a fake email. And then down here under account type, we want to change that. So select that where it says EAG Bit Pro, and we want to select EAG USD Pro at the bottom. And then the leverage, we want to click that to change it to 1 to 100. You can learn more about leverage in your training. And then under deposit, right now it's $100,000. We want to change that to 3,000, which is a more realistic number. It's the lowest number they allow us, so we just choose that one. And then click register in the upper right. You'll want to save this information here. You can copy to clipboard and paste it somewhere else on your phone, or you can write it down or take a screenshot. If you're using our tap to trade service, you're going to need this information to put into that service later on. So we're going to hit done. And then right now we are currently on what they call the quotes screen. Okay, we're going to go over a couple settings that we want to change. So down in the bottom right hand corner, we click settings, and then we're going to go to where it says charts, which is the third one from the bottom. And we want to add trade levels. So we want to toggle this little trade levels button on. Okay, so we're done with that setting, and we're going to hit the back button up here. And then at the bottom, we're going to go back to the quotes screen. And then from here, these are some default currency pairs that we could trade. If we hit edit at the top left corner, we can delete some of these if we want. You can see I can select them and then hit delete in the upper right. And then we can also, while we are in the edit screen, we can move these around to a different order. So if I grab the 3 lines to the right of one of the currency pairs, I can drag it and move it wherever I want. Okay. If I hit the edit again, I will be out of editing mode. Now, what else we can do here is we can add currency pairs. So if I click the plus button in the upper right-hand corner, I can add any currency pairs that are filed under these different categories or folders. Now, if we go into one of these folders, like indices, I will see different indices from around the world that I can add. Some of the indices that we use and like to trade with are the NAS 100. So you can see NAS 100 there down towards the middle of the screen. When I hit the plus sign, it will disappear. That means it has been added. SPX 500 is another one. I'm going to click the plus sign and it will disappear. And then US 30 down at the bottom is another one. I'm going to hit the plus sign, it will disappear. I'm going to hit done at the top right. And then you can see here that we have added those 3 indices to the bottom of the list here. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some other things and show you a different way to add. So we hit the plus button, and then instead of going into the folders and finding what we need, so for instance, instead of going to the metals folder to find silver, we can just type in the search bar up here. And the symbol for silver is XAG. So if I type XAG, it shows up. I can click the plus button and then it will disappear. So those are the two ways you can add more pairs to your quote screen. I'm going to go ahead and get cancel and back in the upper left. And now we see we've added silver down below there, the XAG/USD below US30. Now from this screen, you can also tap the advanced tab at the top. It just shows you more information. I like to keep mine on simple to keep it clean looking. Now you can add and take away as many pairs as you want here. What I like to do is add some of the major currency pairs that I'll be trading with or that I will be following along the educators and trading. And then as I find that I need more pairs here, I will add them as time goes. I don't want to have this screen full of a bunch of pairs that I either don't trade or rarely trade. Okay, we're going to go down to the chart tab at the bottom left next to quotes, the next one to the right. We're going to select that. And then this is the default chart that you will see when you download MetaTrader. We have an indicator at the bottom under the candlesticks. Now, some of you may or may not want to use that indicator, but I'm going to show you how to take it off. So at the top of the screen, we see crosshairs, and then next to that, we see a function symbol, which is a symbol for indicators. So we're going to select that function F in the middle, and it's going to show us here that under indicator window there in the blue, it says relative strength index. That's what we're seeing on the bottom of our chart, and we're going to get rid of it. So we're going to hit edit, and then we're going to hit minus, and then delete. Okay, now we hit done, and then we're going to hit the back button, go back to our chart. Now we have more room for our chart, and we don't see that indicator at the bottom anymore. Okay, now you can go to a more advanced video to find out how you can add other indicators to your chart and how you can change the color of the candles and the color of the background and so forth. One other helpful thing here is the crosshairs at the top is when you select them, you can pinpoint a price. So if you want to know what the top of this candlestick is here, you can put the crosshairs on it, and then you can see that it's about 0.58802 and so forth, right? If I want to know what the bottom of this candle is, I could put the crosshairs there and then read the price there. Okay, and then if you hit crosshairs again, it goes away. And then the other little icon at the top there with the square, the circle, and the triangle, this is for chart tools. They call it objects. Okay, but if you can select these various things, vertical lines, horizontal lines, diagonal lines. So if you wanted to use the diagonal line, you could select that, and then you could make, for instance, like a trend line. Okay, and then if you wanted to get rid of that trend line, you could just hold down on it and then hit delete. Okay, and then we're going to go to the trade tab down in the middle, and you can see here we have our $3,000 balance, and we're going to show you how to enter a trade. We're going to hit the plus symbol in the upper right hand corner. It's defaulting to NZD USD at the top there, but we can tap there and we can change it to anything we want. So I'm going to change it to the US30 index right now just by selecting it. And now you see it says US30 at the top. Below that, it says market execution. That means we want to enter a trade at the current market price right now. And what we can do is we can select that just to show you there's other options. These are different types of pending or limit orders. We won't use those right now. We're just going to go stick with market execution. And then below that it says 0.01. This is what they call lot size. And the 0.01 is the smallest lot size possible. And that's good for starting out and practicing until you understand why you would change to a different lot size. Okay, but in order to change it, you could just tap there and you could type whatever you want. Okay, you could do 0.05, you could do 1.00, but we're going to go back to 0.01. Okay, now we're going to do a practice trade here. We see a place below where I just typed where it says stop loss and take profit. Okay, so we're going to enter a stop loss and we're going to enter a buy trade. So the stop loss has to be smaller than the current price or lower than the current price. So current price is around 43,446. We're going to do 43,410 for a stop loss. And then the take profit has to be a higher number than where we are. We're just going to do 43,490. Okay. And then as we said, we're going to enter a buy trade. So now that we've entered a stop loss and a take profit number, we're going to hit the buy button. Okay. The trade appears onto our screen. We see at the top we have a balance, and then equity means that it's our balance minus our current open position, plus or minus our current open position. So if we were $5 in profit, that equity would actually say 3,005. Now, we can go look, get a visual representation of the trade we just entered. We're going to hold where it says US 30 by 0.01. We're going to hold down there, and then we're going to hit chart. Okay, so we can actually see our trade here on the chart. We can see a little green dotted line in the middle at the bottom there. That's where we enter to buy. The red dotted line below is our stop loss, and the red dotted line below is our take profit. If we were to just leave this trade, eventually it would run to either the top dotted line or the bottom dotted line, and that would close our trade automatically without us having to be present. And it would either close our trade in a winning profit or a losing, a loss. You can also manipulate this chart a little bit in the upper left-hand corner. Right now we're looking at a 1 hour time frame. I could change this to 15-minute time frame by tapping where it says H1 and changing it to M15. Okay, that gives us a little bit of a more zoomed in look. And then you can also manipulate this chart by pinching and zooming with 2 fingers on the chart. So as you can see, I'm zooming way in, and then now I'm zooming way out, right? I zoomed so far out you can't even see the candlesticks. So just to let you know, this is a way you can zoom in and out. We're going to go back to the trade tab at the bottom. And so we have a trade here that's running in a little bit of a negative loss. And when we tap on the trade, it'll give us some details about the trade. It'll show us the stop loss and the take profit, and then under charges, it's showing us that our broker is actually charging us a small fee to execute this trade. Okay, and then if you tap it again, it will shrink back up like that. Now, if we hold this trade, if we press our finger on it and hold down, we get that option to go to the chart, but we also get the option to close it. So we don't have to wait for the trade to go to our take profit line or our stop loss line. We can close it manually. So we're just going to hit close. And then it's going to take us to a screen to confirm one more time that we want to close. And it's showing us we're closing with a loss, but we're going to go ahead and accept that and just hit close on that orange bar. And now the trade is closed. Now you can see here that our balance is no longer $3,000. It's down to $29.93 and 67 cents, and our trade has disappeared from the screen. But if we go down to the history tab, down at the bottom to the right of trade, it says history. We can see a history of our trade there. We lost $6.27. And then if we tap on it, it'll expand, and we can see on top of that we lost 6 cents for the charge. So the total loss is $6.33. Deducted from our $3,000 starting balance means that we now have $2,993.67 in our trading account. Okay, now I was going to show you one other way that you could open a demo account. And just so you know, you can open as many demo accounts as you want. So if you open a demo account and you start fooling around with it and you've lost a bunch of money on it, and you want to start fresh and actually start trying to take actual trades that you are paying attention to with an actual strategy, and you want to start with a fresh slate, you can just open a new demo account. Now, it's important to note that these demo accounts are free, and because of that, they do not stay around forever. Every broker's different, but you may get 1, 2, 3 weeks of this demo account running for free, and then eventually you'll be logged out of it and you'll have to open a new one. And to open a new one, you can go down here to the bottom right where it says settings, and then you can click here where it says new account, and then open demo account. And then you see we have 2 accounts there, but we can just open another one if we want. We can just type in the search box type Eagle again. It'll come up, we select it. All our information is now in there. We do have to change a couple things on the bottom part though. We're going to change the account type to EAGUSD, change the leverage to 1 to 100, change the deposit amount to 3,000, and hit register and hit done. And now we have, go back to the settings here, go back to, I'll click my name here at the top, and then you can see I have 2 accounts there. Okay, and if I wanted to, I could get rid. The one on top is the one that I just opened, and the one on bottom is the one that I opened earlier. If I swipe on the bottom one, I can delete it if I want. Okay, you can have as many in here as you want. Okay, that's good for our basic training today. Thank you.